The first sentence is written here that grandfather went in a search of the superintendent of the zoo but found that he had gone home early, and so after wandering about the zoo for a little while he returned to Timothy's cage to say goodbye. It was beginning to get dark. It is told through the sentences to us that as grandfather told to the keeper that he will go to the superintendent to talk about that matter. So he went to the superintendent, but he has not found the superintendent there because the superintendent he has gone home early that day. So later grandfather came to the zoo. Later the grandfather came to the zoo, came to the particular case to say goodbye to Timothy, and it was beginning to get dark. The next sentences are written here that he had been stroking and slapping Timothy for about 5 minutes when he found another keeper observing him with some alarm. It is told through the sentences to us that as grandfather thought that he will go now home, so he should say goodbye to Timothy. That's why he went to the particular zoo Timothy was where Timothy was kept. So there was the another keeper standing. He is giving his guard at that particular cage. So the grandfather went to the zoo, and he started stroking Timothy. He started slapping Timothy. He started slapping Timothy in a loving manners. So the another keeper he was looking at the grandfather. Grandfather recognized him as the keeper who had been there when Timothy had first come to the zoo. It is told through the sentences to us that grandfather he recognized the keeper, and the grandfather thought that when grandfather gave Timothy to the zoo, so the keeper was there. Grandfather thought it was the same keeper who was before here in front of him when he was just transferring the tiger cub to the zoo. The next sentences are written here that you remember me, said the grandfather. Now why don't you transfer Timothy to another cat away from this stupid leopard? You remember me, said grandfather. Now why don't you transfer Timothy to another cage away from this stupid leopard? It is told through the sentences to us that grandfather told to the keeper that can you recognize me? Can you remember me? Grandfather spoke to the keeper, and the grandfather started to talk with the keeper that why don't you transfer this tiger to another cage, and you should keep my tiger away from this stupid leopard. Grandfather told to the keeper. The next sentences are written here that, but sir, stammered the keeper, it is not your tiger. I know, said grandfather. I realize he is no longer mine, but you might at least take a suggestion or two from me. It is told through the sentences to us that, and grandfather started speaking this and that to the keeper. The keeper he started to tell something to grandfather, but grandfather was not listening to him. Grandfather was sticking in his matter, in his speaking. So the keeper he was stammering in front of grandfather, and the keeper he told to the grandfather that this is not your tiger. Then grandfather told to the keeper that yes, I know that it is not my tiger now, but before I was his master, and I can realize that I can realize here that no longer I can realize here that no longer this tiger no longer this tiger is mine, but you should take some suggestion from me, as I was a master of this tiger, as I was a owner of this tiger. The next sentences are written here that I remember your tiger very well, said the keeper. He died 2 months ago. It is told through the sentences to us that the keeper he told to grandfather that I I can remember that your tiger was very well, but he is not alive. He has died before 2 months. The keeper told to grandfather. Died? Exclaimed the grandfather. Grandfather was shocked as he heard, your tiger has died. Yes, sir, of pneumonia. Then this tiger was trapped in the hilly only last month, and he is very dangerous. It is told through the sentences to us that the when grandfather he became shocked, so the keeper told to grandfather that yes, sir, your tiger is not alive now, he has died of pneumonia. So this is a another tiger. This tiger was trapped in the hilly area, so we have brought him from the hilly area. And your tiger was very well, but it is not, but this tiger is not like that. He is very dangerous for everyone. The next sentences are written here that grandfather could think of nothing to say, and grandfather became very much surprised to hear that this is not his tiger. The tiger was still licking his arm with increasing release. It is told through the sentences to us that, but still the tiger was licking grandfather's hands. Grandfather took what seemed to him an age to withdraw his hands from the cage. Grandfather took what seemed to him an edge to withdraw his hands from the cage, grandfather grandfather he took his hands from the cage. The next sentences are written here that what with his face near the tigers, he mumbled, "Good night, Timothy," and giving the keeper a scornful look, walked briskly out of the zoo. It is told through the sentences to us that, and grandfather he spoke something in front of the keeper, and in front of the tiger he mumbled something in front of the keeper, and he told to Timothy good night. And the grandfather and grandfather he gave a scornful look to the keeper, and grandfather walked out from the zoo.